You're listening to the Public Health Epidemiology Careers Podcast, Episode 82.
Welcome to the Public Health Epidemiology Careers Podcast, where we explore public health epidemiology careers and share tips and strategies to help you enter or transition into the field. And now, your host, Dr. Charlotte Hughes Huntley.
Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining me on this episode. In this episode, I'm going to talk about public health consulting and entrepreneurship. I'll start with a discussion about entrepreneurship and then move into the opportunities that exist, and then finally share some details of the Public Health Consulting and Entrepreneurship Expo that will be happening this week. Now, if you happen to be listening to this episode after the expo has passed, then no worries. Given the number of people who have expressed interest in this topic already and who have registered, I'm pretty sure that we'll be having more events of this kind in the near future. But more about that in just a moment. Let's first discuss entrepreneurship for a bit. Now, I will mention a few studies and also articles that I will provide links to in the show notes for this episode. And I encourage you to find some time to explore these resources in more detail later on. But two questions come to mind. What is a social entrepreneur and what is public health entrepreneur? Now, to help me explain these concepts, I'm going to be referring to a study called Public Health Entrepreneurs Training the Next Generation of Public Health Innovators. It's by Hernandez and colleagues, and it was published in 2014. I'm also going to refer to a comprehensive Forbes article written by Devin Thorpe. It's entitled Global Health Challenges Offer Social Entrepreneurs Opportunity. I really encourage you to explore both of these resources, but especially the one by Devin Thorpe. I think it's very comprehensive, and if you're interested at all in this topic, then it is a very valuable resource. And again, I will link to this in the show notes for this episode. Now, social entrepreneurs move fast, and they don't need to have everything and everyone in place before moving forward. Sometimes they take risks to scale up promising strategies or models. As the leader, they are able to make quick decisions and take action without always having to seek a consensus among the stakeholders. Social entrepreneurs are social leaders of change. They have a mission to create and sustain social value. They constantly recognize and pursue new opportunities to serve their mission. And they're always engaging in innovation and learning. They act boldly without authority, or as I should say, with authority and without being limited by resources that they may or may not have on hand. So they're very authoritative. And they exhibit a heightened sense of accountability to the communities that they serve and for the outcomes that are created. Now, public health entrepreneurship builds on the momentum that's generated by social entrepreneurship. You know, the idea that as an entrepreneur, you can succeed economically and do the right thing by society is really compelling. It draws a lot of people in, and being able to achieve this satisfies, many entrepreneurs' desire for, independence and to be able to make a social impact. So what opportunities for this exist in public health? Well, I think the opportunities are endless. They're everywhere. You just need to think creatively and be willing to create your own path. This is essentially the message I teach in my strategy program. The career that you want or you seek may already exist as a job opportunity within a particular organization, or it may be a business that you will create and build. So Anna Sadanikova wrote a blog article for the University of Michigan, the School of Public Health. It's entitled 3 Tips for Aspiring Public Health Entrepreneurs. Her first tip was to develop an obsession with your field. Don't be afraid to get weird with it. Her second tip is to learn to effectively sift through the criticism. It only make you stronger. And her third tip is to create your own opportunities. Start by finding brilliant, motivated people. I really encourage you to explore that article. Again, I will provide the links in the show notes. Anna went on to become the CEO of Liquid Gold Concepts. It's a corporation, comprehensive and customizable breastfeeding education tools for parents and providers. So she's a great example of this entrepreneurship, and her article is very insightful. So if you're interested in exploring opportunities for entrepreneurship in public health, then you're invited to attend our Public Health Consulting and Entrepreneurship Expo. So you may be thinking, what is the expo? Well, following a conversation that I had with a public health consultant about her business and future plans, I began to think about ideas and ways to collaborate with a broader group of consultants and entrepreneurs to serve as examples to others who are exploring career options and opportunities in public health. I wanted to highlight the work that consultants and entrepreneurs are doing right now in hopes to encourage some creative thinking among my community. So I came up with this idea of creating a virtual expo as a way of more closely connecting everyone who was interested. And of course, being able to attend in person is always great, but there are obvious limitations to creating an environment for an event like that. So I reached out to a few consultants and entrepreneurs within my network, and absolutely everyone that I reached out to was interested and excited. We want to raise awareness of the many opportunities to build a consulting business and explore entrepreneurship in public health. There are so many public health professionals who are, have already chosen this type of career path. In this expo, you'll have an opportunity to hear just a few of the business examples. Our hope is that you will find value in attending and be inspired to explore your own ideas. Now, just for the record, if you're listening to this, you're in my community and you are an entrepreneur and you already have a consulting business, don't feel that there's any negative association with not being chosen in this current panel. I simply made a decision with the consultants who were really in front of me, the most visible to me at the time. And once I reached out and received such a unanimous, overwhelming positive response, then I really needed to stop right there and build something with the responses that I already received. And that being said, there's opportunity for more of this to come, because I do think that this platform that I provide as a way to showcase and highlight what consultants and entrepreneurs are already doing in public health is one that will be of value, both in highlighting the work that these consultants and these businesses offer in maybe hopes of bringing new business to them, and also providing these examples for my community, all of you who are looking and exploring ideas and opportunities in public health. So it's a win-win situation, in my opinion. The collaborative spirit of this current panel, the people that have raised their hands and decided to be a part of this panel in this expo with me, their spirit has just made organizing this event a real pleasure for me. It's zero competition. We are all on the same team, on the same side. We want what's best all the way around. And I love the attitude and the effort. It has really been a delight. We began promoting throughout our networks on social media, and the response has just been tremendously positive. So there's a definite buzz in the air around this event, and I can certainly assure you that there will be more of this type to come in the future. So if you happen to be listening and this event has already passed, then like I said, no worries. On the show notes page for this episode, you'll be able to join a waiting list and be notified of the next event of this type. And you can always send me an email from the contact tab of the website and let me know that you're interested in being contacted about similar types of events in the future. So if you are listening and it is before March 14th of 2019, then you're able to register by visiting the workshops tab for this from my website. So when you go to drchuntley.com, and that's DRCHHUNTLEY, drchuntley.com, from the main menu, select the workshops tab, and then you'll be able to register and attend the expo. Now, if you're listening to this episode and it is after March 14th of 2019, then visit the show notes page for this episode, and then you'll be able to join the wait list and be notified of the next event. So this is episode 82. So from drchuntley.com, click on the podcast tab, and from there navigate to episode 82, and you'll find the show notes page. All right, everyone. I hope to see you in the expo later this week. But until next time, have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you for listening to the Public Health Epidemiology Careers Podcast at drchuntley.com.